And then I get all the way, like I think it's Biloxi, Mississippi, and when you go to this long bridge and it says, "Welcome to Florida," you know, and I'm like, oh, thank God, you know, here I am. And as soon as the sign says, "Welcome to Florida," then it starts reading hot, you know, I can smell radiator, you know, so I go, well, you know, I can make it to the next exit. So I get to the next exit, it says detour next 60 miles, you know. I think there were some kind of forest fires or some shit, you know. And so I wound up in this town, Ponce de Leon, Florida, and I mean, this is truly like the Mayberry, you know. This is in the late 90s, you know, this was a nothing town, you know, and really honestly, the jail, the police department, the public library, and the gas station was all in one building. It was all connected, you know. And the guy comes out and it's all painted black. It's a Volvo, you know, and he's like, Volvo, what is that, a Japanese car? You know, I'm thinking, we're going to have to call for, you need a water pump. We're going to have to go to the big city to get you a water pump. The big city was Tallahassee. It was only 60 miles away. So while they kept me there for a whole week, you know, waiting. And then finally, oh man, my water pump's fixed, I get everything loaded again. I make it as far as Tallahassee, the asshole didn't even put the bolt to hold the fan on. Yeah. So my fan goes flying right through my radiator, you know, and then the car is screwed. So I basically just rolled into the rest area, chained my dogs to the tree, had the Western Union, I gave my mom the Western Union more money, and U-Haul delivered the biggest U-Haul truck they had, you know, which I didn't need, so the dogs were in the back. And it took me longer from the Florida state line to get to Jacksonville than, you know, I could have made San Francisco and back twice, you know. So that part was miserable. But I think paybacks were, you know. But it's taken really until just about the past couple months that Mike and I have even become friends again, and you know, because I really kind of let those guys down. And it basically was a shitty tour to start with, and it was cancellation after cancellation. We were to the point where we were giving plasma, you know, just to get gasoline, you know, and plus I had a heroin addiction and I was out of drugs. You know, I wanted to get back, you know, and those guys wanted to continue on. They wanted to go from Lubbock, Texas, all the way to Jacksonville, Florida, from Jacksonville, Florida, all the way back to San Francisco. That's insanity, you know, and still I don't know why they wanted to do that, but, you know, Mike and I didn't talk for probably 10 years, you know, and he was like my best friend in the world. But now he's on him and David Young, they're playing, and got a bunch of Gino Martinelli, well, probably, but before this interview is even aired, the album will be out. It's called Pickle Liver, and it'll have everybody's names and my, whatever.com connections. Yours, a couple of tracks are from your radio show.
Very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Fuck a Fatty. I mean, I gotta ask you about that.
I think Kevin's got that confused with Kevin Dunn, the guy that's putting this on. But that was actually Neil Smith, my guitarist from back then. It was like Fuck a Fatty, Funnicated Phone Sex or something. And he had flyers all over San Francisco, you know, and he basically had women would call and pay money, you know. It wasn't me, you know, everybody thinks it was me, but I always thought it was kind of strange myself, but it caught on real well, so. But I think the funniest thing, like when we first got to San Francisco, well, the very first thing it is, I got arrested the very first day, right on Haight-Ashbury I stepped out of the van, and thank God I didn't get DUI, but I got open container, you know, right there. Welcome to California. I step out and I go to jail, you know. But we had the Stevie Stiletto, you know, take a stencil knife and cut out the lettering, a big stencil Stevie Stiletto. We were hitting all of San Francisco downtown, you know, graffiti spraying everywhere. So, you know, here comes these two cops on horseback, you know, and they're, hold it, freeze, you know. And, you know, the guy's like, we're telling, well, we're a band and we're trying to get started, you know, and the cop was pretty cool and stuff. He goes, well, I'm going to let you go with a warning this time. If I catch you again, you're going to jail. And so while he's writing his ticket, he's holding the stencil. He's on the back of a horse. he's holding a stencil up against his shirt like this and writing his ticket. And he hands me the ticket. He hands it back the stencil, and it's in reverse. It says Stevie Stiletto perfect on a guy. You know, I said, man, that is cool.